turning 70.
And boy, is she old.
Tutu, when you were born, a loaf of bread cost 14 cents.
What is older than Holly?
What is older than Holly?
What's older than Holly?
What's older than Holly?
Guess what's older than you are, Holly?
What is older than Holly?
What is older than Holly?
What is older than Holly?
What's older than Holly?
What is older than Holly?
What is older than Holly?
100.
Not me.
Let's see.
Let me get back to you on that one.
Well, that's easy. The Queen of England.
I'm pretty sure these trees are like definitely older than on Holly.
Planned Parenthood is older than Tutu.
Well, that's simple. That would be me.
Well, me, for one thing.
Jack Renner and I are both way older than Holly.
Gloria Short, and there's me, Betty Kennison, and there's Margaret, and there's Ellen. Actually, your mother is kind of a young whippersnapper in the group.
George Washington Carver is older than Tutu.
Max, I think.
I guess I'd have to say Max.
Max is older than you are, though.
Well, obviously Max is older than Holly.
Papa.
Probably Max.
The vinyl record. They were invented the year before she was born.
Davy Crockett is older than Holly Joyce.
Also, Max Joyce's dad humor.
Pancho Lopez is older than Holly.
Who could be older than Holly? No sé.
I say, here's Exhibit A that's older, and then here's Exhibit B.
But one thing that really pops into my head is Jane Fonda.
Dirt.
The vacuum cleaner is older than Tutu.
The sun is older than Tutu.
I think prehistoric whale poop on the bottom of the ocean is older than Holly.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg is older than my mother.
Black and white television is older than Holly Joyce.
Ceres, the goddess of agriculture, and not just the mythological one, but the one that was just recently brought down from the Capitol, the top of the Capitol, and will return in a year after she finishes her spa vacation.
The dildo is older than Tutu.
My house is older than Tutu.
What do I love about Holly Joyce?
What do I love about Holly?
Why do I love Holly?
Why do I love Holly?
What do I love best about Holly?
What do I love about Holly?
Why do I love Holly?
What do I love about Holly?
Well, that's a doozy of a question.
You know, in order to answer that question, I would need to get analytical and philosophical. And at my age, it's awfully tiring to get analytical and philosophical. So she's just going to have to take my word for it that I love her.
There's so many things to love about you, Holly.
All the ways that she has shared her home and her family and just been really more than a sister, a mentor.
One thing that I love about my mother is that she's always game for trying and doing new things. And, you know, that can mean trying a new restaurant, a new kind of food. She's just always been so willing and excited to look up and find new cultural things. And I think that's really had a tremendous effect on me and the kind of person I've become.
No.
My favorite thing about my mother is that she makes friends with everyone.
Holly is loved by everyone that she meets. She is just a perennial friend to all.
She always takes the time to get to know people, to understand what's going on in their lives, and to make them feel really special.
Your world is so much bigger because you just stay in touch with people. And I've always admired that about you.
I love her sense of style, and I aspire to be as fabulous and well-dressed as she is.
I love her for giving me and my sister such fabulous taste.
The signature red lipstick.
her wardrobe, her sense of style, really.
She gave me, I think, the best advice I've ever received, which was, when you find something you like, clothing-wise, you buy one in every color and 2 in black. It has served me well.
You are always going to be so beautiful and so elegant.
Think about that signature red lipstick existing on every single drinking receptacle at the house on Greenberry Road.
Her amazing sense of style and her big, contagious laugh.
One of the things I most love is her laugh.
I personally love her laugh.
Which is raucous. You can hear it all the way across the room, but it is so real. You know she's laughing right from the heart.
What I really love about Holly, Joyce, is that about 45 years ago, just about this time of the year, she consented to marry me. And then, to my absolute delight, on July the 27th, 1974, she actually fulfilled that promise. That was the most wonderful day of my life.
You are a sister. I think one of my few good friends that actually have sisters, so you have been a wonderful friend through all of our sister talks.
Her sense of fun, her spirit of family, how much she loves her family.
I guess the main reason is her love for her family, and that includes me.
Her mad parenting skills, obviously.
She has done such a fantastic job in raising 3 amazing children. Truly a phenomenal job. I have no idea how you did it. I guess that's something I'll just have to learn when the time is right.
Mainly I love you because we've raised our kids together. And now we get to watch our grandchildren grow up. That is pretty cool.
I love Holly because she's just like a breath of sunshine all the time. She can find something good in almost anything and almost everybody, even in me. So she is a joy to be around.
She always looks on the bright side. Whatever bad thing has happened, she can make a positive spin on it. And we're all looking at her like, really?
I love Tutu because she's kind.
We love her because she is one of the kindest, sweetest, most beautiful women we know.
She's been so important in my life and sort of pointing me in the right direction in so many different ways.
I wish the egg yolks were just a little bit firmer.
I love Tutu because she gives us a bunch of candy and toys every time we see her, and new dresses.
Pero Holly es una fiesta de la vida, ¿verdad?
What I remember is what a beautiful and stunning bride she was. And to this day, she is the most stunning and beautiful woman I know.
And I really can't come up with one special memory. There's just too many.
The first time I met her, she was quite pregnant and wearing a leopard print leotard at the Y. And I thought that would be an interesting person to know, and I was right.
In the summer, we never had trouble recruiting hay haulers because Holly was forever cleaning the porch, the cattle guard, or the swimming pool in her two-piece bathing suit.
Yoo-hoo, sailors! What's my favorite memory of you, Holly? When we were young and the kids were little, you wore your swimsuit every day, all day, while the little kids ran around in the yard and played and peed in the little potty chair you brought out for them because no one was allowed in the house.
A funny story or memory about Holly, most of them I really can't repeat in front of the kids.
I like to find bears and deers and foxes in the woods at her house.
The gazillion afternoons at the Elks Pool, the hay rides we went on in the summertime, big surf with the kids, duck dancing in Herman in October, all the photo shoots for the first day of school, all the birthday luncheons in Helen Walker's dining room. I mean, we stole a dog together. Oh, wait, that wasn't you.
I have such wonderful memory of you three girls, Holly and her two girls, belly dancing in the basement of the Episcopal Church. Who'd have thunk it?
My favorite memory of Holly is when she and her daughters belly danced at Grace Episcopal Church.
She even belly danced in the church parish hall. Ay, ay, ay.
She always really encouraged me to pursue anything creative that popped into my head, and always just enabled me to really enjoy my childhood to its truest.
Tutu, when me and you take pictures and make funny faces, it's so funny.
The last time Holly went horseback riding, she was on a retired thoroughbred named Baldy, and he came bolting up out of the creek, and Holly exited the rear of the horse.
Oh no!
And had a bloody nose.
Oh.
I don't think she rode anymore after that.
I remember the story that you and Holly wrapped up a bullfrog in a beach towel and gave it to Ellie and freaked her out down at the old pool at the bottom of the hill over at Dunaway Spring Farm.
One of my favorite stories about Holly is the time I was in the restaurant with her and Gloria, and there was an interesting item on the menu, and I ordered it, and your mother said, "Oh good, I was hoping to try that," and then she ordered something else, so that gave us a good idea of what her plan was. It was to eat off my plate, which she indeed did when our food came.
She hosted and completely did Brendan's 16th birthday party, she and Amanda, and it was just the most magical day in the world.
It was my mom's 40th birthday. Aunt Holly and Aunt Riri had finagled a limousine to celebrate. They pulled down El Marine Avenue, a dead-end street, to pick up my mom, and everyone piled in. But before the limo driver could figure out how to turn the limousine around and get them on their way, the crew had exhausted their supplies of champagne and had to send for more.
When I first was teaching at Jeff City, I think it was maybe my first birthday there, just a few weeks after yours, Holly, you made me this birthday princess sash, which I still have, and you always made me feel very special.
I played in the dollhouse with her.
I'll never forget the time that I drove the Joyce clan to midnight mass after Uncle John's Christmas party, and Holly definitely proved that she could be as giggly as the rest of the gang.
When I was in graduate school, and she flew out and had a visit to Georgia, and it was just her and I, and it was the first kind of relaxed time I spent in Athens, Georgia, and she helped me explore and see all kinds of cool things. We got beautiful amber rings. One night we stayed out way too late and drank way too many chocolate martinis. Not a mistake I will make again, but one I'm glad to have learned about with my mother.
We went to Mexico, just me and Holly, for 2 weeks. And Holly taught me about this slot machine that paid off every time. And here in the States, they were called ATMs. But anyway, Keith told me I couldn't use it as often as I did when I was down in Mexico.
I made a pretty serious decision that really changed my life, and some people around me were kind of wondering what I had done, and I was even beginning to question it myself. And out of the blue, your mother gave me a call. She didn't even know too many of the details of this situation, but she said, "Betty, I know you, and I know how you always think things through carefully. I don't know the situation, but I know you made the right choice." You can't imagine how affirming and wonderful that was to me to receive that call from her.
Another one that comes to mind is when I screwed up our tickets for a show while we were in Vegas. And I actually had to take a conference call, and Mom had to go down to the lobby with Susie Richards and Abby Richards Hunt and try to solve the problem. And she spent about half a day doing yoga poses on the dirty carpet in the Aria Casino. and crying while she waited for them to make it right. And in the end, we even got better tickets.
Did she ever abuse you when you were young?
No, I abused her. I remember punching her in the boob once.
Gosh.
So mean.
Did you want one?
I did want boobs desperately, so that was part of the problem.
My favorite memory is when we were at Beloit and eating in the Commons with Neil and Stuart, and how hilarious it was and how fun.
I went to visit Holly. She says, I've got this great guy that he's your date. And in walked a guy in a kilt. And Holly said, do you know what they wear under kilts? Nothing.
Just last night, she was at our dance, and she'd been at our dance the night before, just dressed to the nines, just like always, looking great. She and Max are out on the dance floor. Super.
He had the flu, and Trump and I were in one bedroom, and Holly was, of course, had the big bedroom. But she got sick, and so she had to come through our bedroom to get to the bathroom, and she was sick. But when she got to our door, she threw up, and then she hit her throw up, and she sat down.
Well, fell down.
In it, and it was like a cartoon. She just drove across our room on the floor, sitting up.
Sliding on the spew.
Tutu told me that when she was a little girl, she fed popcorn to a monkey. Then the monkey pulled her hair and she spilled the popcorn, and a bunch of grown-ups laughed.
Holly can swim even with her clothes on. We were sitting by the pool one night and enjoying the sunset. And so when we got ready to walk downtown for dinner, we were walking by the pool and talking, and I looked and Holly wasn't there. She had fallen off in the pool. We had to go back and let her change her clothes, and she was fine. And that will always be a good memory for me. Not Holly falling in the pool, but the 2 weeks that we got to spend together. And I think I went through withdrawals whenever I got back because I wasn't with Holly.
There's also, of course, our famous road trip looking for the perfect wedding dress, where we stopped in every wedding dress store in all of Missouri, including one that was half feed store, half bridal shop. Pretty amazing.
The time she asked me to help her clean out the freezer, she pulled everything out of the refrigerator and specifically instructed me to put it all down the garbage disposal. But she didn't point out the hamburgers that were out on the table for dinner. And it was a pretty hilarious situation when she realized I'd put all of the dinner, or most of it, down the garbage disposal.
Funny story. One summer when I was home from college, my mom and Holly and I were standing around at coffee hour at Grace Church. And that is when my mother noticed that I had gotten my nose pierced. And she was mad. And Holly just completely glossed over it, totally deflected my mother's rage, and really saved my ass. So thank you for that.
My favorite experiences with Holly are shopping. Holly takes me to Kansas City and she drives everywhere. I don't have to navigate. She knows where all the good deals are, and I come home with lots of wonderful things. I mean, Holly is the primo shopper of the world.
I think we've spent the last 30 years sitting on each other's porches. So much fun.
Also, the delight of porch wine. I don't know if I ever knew it before I knew you, which, as we all know, porch wine is a true delight.
It wasn't the first time we met. It was very forgettable. The real memory that I have was in Puerto Vallarta when we were up on the balcony having a very civilized conversation, and you called me an ostentatious son of a bitch. So thank you for your kind words.
Happy birthday to my brilliant, beautiful sister, Holly.
Happy birthday, Holly.
To you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday, dear Holly. Happy birthday to you. Best big sister in the world.
Happy 70th birthday. I love you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Happy birthday, Hal.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Hal.
¡Feliz cumpleaños!
Love you bunches. Feliz cumpleaños, chica.
I never really learned Spanish, but for your birthday, I'm going to give it a shot anyway. Feliz cumpleaños, puta!
Happy birthday, Holly. We love you.
Glenn helped me with this, so you can thank him for the special wish as well.
I love you, Aunt Holly, and big happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday.
Lena, Rob, and Abby wish you a very happy birthday, Holly.
Happy birthday, Holly. I hope you have a great day. Just remember, you're still younger than my wife.
Happy birthday, Holly. Holly, happy birthday. Have many more good ones. I love you.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Love you, Holly. Happy 70th. We're in this together, girl.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Happy birthday, Mommy.
You don't seem a day over 35.